Welcome, Scorpio, to your September monthly Power Path Tarot reading, a monthly tarot and astrology series created to help you unlock clarity, trust your intuition, and take aligned action. I'm Heather Ellis, and in these monthly readings, we explore four key dimensions: career and wealth, shadow work, past life insight, and action strategy to help you stay grounded, empowered, and on your soul path. I created this series to help you build self-trust and navigate life's shifts with purpose. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. And whether you are here for the first time or you are a long-time subscriber, welcome to the Dog Star Astrology and Tarot Pack. First up is a quick review of the astrology, and then we will dive into the cards. You can use the timestamps below to move around the video. And now let's explore what the universe has in store for you this month. Scorpio, there is some excitement happening in the sky for the month of September as we are entering eclipse season. I will be focusing on the eclipses and how and where they are impacting you based on your rising sign, as that provides more precision on the house that will be lit up in your natal chart. If you know your birth time, you can get a free natal chart using the link in the description below. If you do not know your birth time, you can look at how the eclipses will impact you through the lens of your sun sign. It is good to look at the big three if you know them. So that would be your rising sign, your sun sign, and your moon sign. Your moon sign shows your emotional landscape and home life. Your sun sign is your vitality, ego, what you want to be known for in your career. And your rising sign can be anything about you as it represents the self. So Scorpio, the eclipse energy can manifest and play out 6 months to 1 year after the eclipse, so don't expect big changes on the exact day of the eclipse. There are two eclipses in September: a full lunar eclipse on the 7th of September, and then a partial solar eclipse on September 21st. September 7th, there is that total lunar eclipse on top of the North Node in Pisces. So for Scorpio rising, this indicates intensity and around a completion, fulfillment, revelation, or change about yourself and your passions, romance, hobbies, creativity, children, fertility. Again, this can take up to 6 months to completely unfold. For Scorpio Sun, it is about career. So maybe you're going to end, complete, change, or shift your career path. And for Scorpio Moon, it is about your home life and major changes coming through there. So perhaps you could be moving or making changes in the home. For Scorpio Rising, this is the 5th, 11th house axis of romance and creativity and your big dreams, friend groups, and this indicates changes in your children, having children, romance, and the groups you associate with. On the upside, it does look like changes occurring are likely to be positive, as Jupiter is in a positive aspect to the eclipse, bringing luck, opportunity, prosperity, and abundance. September 21st, there is a partial solar eclipse in the sign of Virgo. This solar eclipse, new moon, represents new beginnings and change, but because of the eclipse, this is a destined new beginning and change in your friend groups and group associations and your aspirations and goals. With the South Node here, this indicates that the new beginning comes with a destined ending or releasing and letting go. So this could play out where you discover a new passion, and as a result, you connect with new social groups and circles and let go of old ones that no longer support your change in aspirations and goals. So that is the astrology I have for you, Scorpio. Now let's dive into the cards. My lovely Scorpios, the first cards that I will be pulling are going to be for your career and wealth. So this first card is going to represent you and your energy for the month of September. I'm just looking at my other camera to make sure that this is in the picture. Okay. And then this is your first week for career and wealth. This is your second week of September. This is the third week energy, and this is the fourth week energy for the month of September. And then over here, we are moving into, this is your shadow block. So what it is that's holding you back. And then this card here is going to be your past life insights. So what skills, what natural talents and abilities were you born, or gifts were you born with in this lifetime? And then this final one is your action plan, action strategy. I am going to pull one more for that one because we did get the Eight of Swords. Okay. Okay. And then I'm also going to pull one more from a Shadow Work Oracle card deck to expand on and clarify that shadow work or shadow block. And there we go. Okay. Okay, so Scorpio, we're going to dive right in. Your energy for the month of September in your career and wealth. Now, do remember if you are unemployed, or let's say you are retired or you are a homemaker, then your career is about your reputation out in the world, in the community, what you're known for, the things that you do out in the community, the things that you put your name to. So, it doesn't mean, just because we say career doesn't mean that the reading is not for you. Okay. But you have the Queen of Pentacles, so I am loving this energy. This is using your resources wisely. This is all a focus of money and how you can use your money and your wealth to your advantage. And this is also the mindset of creating abundance. So being patient, being hardworking, being practical, being known as someone that is stable and that people can rely on you. So this is what you are, how you are showing up in your career and wealth area of your life. But this is you also being good with money and looking for new ways even to again increase your resources. So whether or not that's a budget, or you planning and managing your money better, or this is you looking for a change in employment to increase your wealth, so a promotion, a different job, or even a secondary source of income, which could be a hobby or something like that, or buying and selling property or possessions. So I like this energy for you. It really resonates well with your career and wealth. In your first week, you have the Six of Cups. This is a card of nostalgia, people from the past, family members from the past, looking back on the past fondly. So what I can say to you is, for that first week, do expect people from the past to come out of the woodwork, okay? So what you might find is could be old colleagues, coworkers, old bosses, or just like people that you've worked with, your networks, people in your past coming forward in this month. And I feel like anyone that is connecting with you from your past, in your work environment, in your career environment, it could even be someone that you dealt with in the past with your investments, so an old financial investor or financial advisor that you're reconnecting with. But the one thing I do want to say with this is, if it's somebody from the past, I feel like there's some kind of an opportunity coming in. Because this is also associated with family, this could be a family home. Okay, so something from the past, something from your childhood. So this could be an inheritance of a property coming in, or it could even be about you buying and selling your home, or some kind of inheritance, or buying and selling like property that possessions, not property, possessions that you've owned since the dawn of time, kind of thing. Okay. And that you're using that to kind of build your resources or build your financial wealth or portfolio. But I do feel like this, whatever's coming in from the past, is linked to an increase in finances, because as we get into week 2, we have the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is like when you have the ace is that seed, that beginning that you plant, but it grows into that 10 of Pentacles. So the 10 of Pentacles is the culmination of the energy. So this is when we see the results. Okay, the results of our hard work, the results of our effort, the results of our savings. So you could be finding, and maybe in that first week, for example, if it was a financial advisor and it was about investments, an old investment, you're now hearing news about it, that person reaches out to you, says, hey, it's time to cash it out. It's come to fruition, and then you're getting the money in week 2. So that's how you could see that playing out, and it's more than you were expecting, with it being that 10 of Pentacles. So whatever opportunities are coming from that first week, you can see it kind of manifesting in that second week. And the other thing with the 10 of Pentacles, it is legacy wealth. So again, you could be finding someone from the past, a family member, maybe even some uncle from the past that you didn't even know that you had, and you're getting news that you were left something in a will. So it can play out like that many different ways. Again, can be an opportunity at work as well. So, but nice energy in week 2. Then when we get into week 3, you have the 4 of Cups. So this one here is a bit of a, it's not as positive. It does have this feeling of apathy. So a little bit of a, like almost feeling like emotionally disconnected and let down in a kind of way. These cups in the front in the picture here, they're just not doing it for him anymore, right? He's just not feeling it. They're not providing any, if I trip over my words, they're not providing any emotional fulfillment for this person anymore. But so that's the downside of it. That's the negative side, is you're just feeling emotionally disconnected from what it is that you're doing. Because again, we're talking career and wealth here, right? Or your finances. But there's this surprise coming in from the universe. This gift, this hand is coming in from the heavens. This big cup that is, and again, so that's a brand new cup. That opportunity is coming in from the universe for that emotional fulfillment and connection. So even though like whatever's happening in the beginning of the month, by the third week, you're feeling again a little bit, you're just apathy. You have apathy, right? You're just not connected emotionally to what it is you're doing. But some opportunity comes in that does allow you to feel connected. Tap into your creativity as well in the area of work and of career and finances. And then by week 4, so whatever this is, I do believe that you are going to grab it, okay? And you're going to take action and you're going to work with that energy. You're not going to let this opportunity pass you by, because by the time we get to week 4, you've got the 8 of Pentacles, and this is the worker bee card. So this is you really working hard, learning to master a craft, master a skill, enjoying what you do, okay? So again, I feel like these first weeks is more about things that are in your environment around you related to your wealth and money. And then by time we get to week 3, this is more really about your career and what it is that you're doing, and you're just not feeling connected to it anymore, but the opportunity comes in and now you're like very excited about this, and now you're working double time, right? Because you're so excited about it, you're now enjoying what it is that you're doing. So there's like a refresh, a reboot here. So that's what I have for you in your career and wealth, Scorpio. Now we're going to move into the other cards, and do stay tuned to the very end, because once I'm finished these cards, I will be going looking at some oracle cards, pulling an angel number card, and then we'll wrap it up with an animal speak rune. Forgot to mention that earlier. So with your shadow work here, you have the 4 of Wands, and then you have as your shadow work oracle card, you have escapism. And escapism says, detach from daily struggles and relax, but don't use it as a form of avoidance. And so I think some of the shadow work here with the 4 of Wands, 4 of Wands is a very positive card. This is stability. This is community coming together, friends and family celebrating, right? So it's got this really nice energy. So as a block and as a shadow work, I feel like this is, where are you avoiding those connections with others? Where is it that you want to, and some of it could be this desire and this need to like go it alone and do things for yourself and not rely and depend on other people. But you can still do things for yourself and not rely and depend on other people, but you still need that community and connection with others. So where is it, this escapism? Where are you avoiding those connections with other people? And why? More importantly, why are you avoiding that? What is it? Like, why aren't you trusting? Why can't you open up? And so it's assessing and looking at that, because those blocks can prevent abundance from coming in for you. So that's your work for the month of September, is to look at that and evaluate that, Scorpio. You are a sign that can really go deep and dive into that deep, murky, where nobody else wants to go, and understand the psychology behind others' motives as well as your own. So I trust that you will do this. Please comment below. I'd love to hear like some of these things that that you kind of dig deep in and look at and examine. And yeah, let me know in your comments how that one goes. And then we move into your past life insights. So this is your natural skills, your gifts that you were born with in this life. And with the 4 of Pentacles, this can be a card of like hoarding, like hanging on to, wanting to grow your wealth and save, right? So this is your gift, really, is you have that ability to know when you need to hang on and when you need to release, especially in the area of your resources, or to create stability and safety and security around yourself. So this is something that you can use wisely, especially for success this month, is knowing when to hang on, knowing when to spend. But doesn't have to be just about money. It can be many other things too. It can play into knowing when to speak, knowing when to be quiet, knowing when to take action, knowing when to stay still and just wait and see how things play out. So this is your skill, is that ability to intuitively know when to take action and when to hold on. Okay. And then we move into your action strategy. And I did want to pull a second card because you have the Eight of Swords, which is a card of restrictions and feeling imprisoned, but we're imprisoned by our own thoughts. It's our mind spinning and not being able to see things clearly because of our thoughts and our minds. And so we have that, and it was clarified with the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is he's very charismatic, but this is someone who passionately moves forward with his goals and ambitions, right? So this is, so with this Eight of Swords, sorry, paired with the King of Wands, what I'm seeing is, again, and this comes down to that talents of yours, that natural talent that you have with that Four of Pentacles of knowing when to act and knowing when to sit still and wait and see how things play out. This is pacing yourself, pacing your ambitions. Because with that King of Wands, sometimes what can happen is he goes forward too fast and he can burn out, right? Whereas with the Eight of Swords, that's that restriction, self-imposed imprisonment. So it's that tempered ambition, right? So it's knowing when to be forceful and when to hold back. And that's your action strategy for the month of September, Scorpio. So next up, I'm going to pull an abundance card, an abundance attractor card. So this is for your abundance mindset. And you have feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed. So again, just focusing on the positivity, focusing on the bright side, and just feeling good about the things that you've achieved so far in your life and where you are in your life. And that will help you to bring what you need. Not just the things, but the people as well. And now this is a Magic of You Oracle card, and Scorpio, you have Lovaria, and this says, let love grow. Okay. And then we're going to move on to our angel number. Yeah, and I think part of that let love grow too is like that, don't be afraid to let people in. Yeah. Okay, so your angel number, Scorpio. Oh, okay. You have 505, and this says finish line. So other keywords are reset, relaxation, unknown, surrender, finish line, success, and victory. And the message here says it serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished. If you dream it, there is no reason you can't make it a reality. If something is in the possession of another person, it is also available to you. So try to remain calm. What's meant for you won't pass you by. Let go of tension. So that is your message with your angel number. And then we're finally going to wrap up with your animal speak rune. So Scorpio, we have the eagle, so inner vision. Okay, and I'm just going to set eagle down there. I'm going to put my glasses on because I want to make sure that I'm reading all the messages. I don't want you to be get ripped off with your messages. So just give me one moment to find eagle. There we go. So eagle is spirit vision. So the book says, and this is Animal Speak Runes by Ted Andrews. I like these. Okay, so one of the largest birds of prey, the eagle is a symbol of heroic nobility, vision, and healing, and its lore is filled with mysticism. Its appearance here is a sign that you are coming into those very same qualities. To them whom much is given, much is expected, and nowhere is that message more important than for those whom eagle appears as messenger. This is a time of power for you, and people will expect more from you. You will succeed as long as you follow your vision, even if there is the possibility of being scorched. Look at the things from a new perspective and take a different course of action for new health and life to unfold. Finally, others and yourself are becoming aware of your potentials. Eagles see 8 to 10 times better than humans, and so their appearance always reflects new vision. Things seen poorly before will become clear in the coming days. Your own vision will grow, far-reaching into the past or future. Trust in what you are becoming. Very nice. So Scorpio, those are your messages for the month of September. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Be sure to like, share, comment below. I would like to hear how that is playing out for you with your, or how you're making out with the shadow work part of this month. And also be sure to subscribe and click on that notification bell so you are notified when the October readings come out, the monthly readings come out, but also for the weekly check-ins. I do post weekly videos as well. They're nice and short and sweet, but they're just a quick energy check-in, so don't miss those out, or don't miss out on those as well. So Scorpio, have a fantastic month and take care.